Hey guys, it's Cody. So in this video, I'm going to be teaching you some of the fast ways to tie knots. So all the knots that we're covering in this video are knots that we've covered in previous videos, but the ways we taught you in those videos are a little bit easier to comprehend. So we want younger scouts to learn those methods first before we teach them these ones. So these methods are going to be the ones that you're going to want to use in competitions like 9-knot or a knot relay. So the first one we're going to go over is the sheep bend. So you see why I have my two ends of ropes here. So what the sheep bend is used for is tying two ropes of two different diameters together. So right now I'm just using one rope, but really you want to be using two different types of ropes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my left rope and put it over my right rope. And I'm going to pinch with my left hand right there. Then with the right rope, you're going to bring it over, around, and drop it in the middle. And what you have here is you have a nice loop right here after you bring it around. And then what you're going to want to do is take your initial left rope, take it over top, and stick it into the loop you just made. And once you do that, you're going to pinch both ropes that are inside of the loop, right? You pinch those, then you grab this rope, the silver one, and you just pull. And that's the sheep end. And the way you can tell you tied it right is you'll be able to see a nice triangle right there. And when you pull on it, it shouldn't budge at all. So we'll go through that again one more time, just real fast. So left over right, grab the right one, bring it over, around, and drop it in the middle. Then you take your initial left rope, stick it in, and pinch both ropes in the loop, and then you pull the right rope, just like that. So the next knot we're going to be tying is the fisherman's. So you want even lengths of rope on each side of your hand, and you're going to want the rope in your palms, just like this, hands facing up. So what you're going to do to start is you're going to grab the ropes, right? And you're going to fold your hands in, just like this. And that's going to create a nice shape. It's going to create a pretzel-like shape, right? So once you have your pretzel shape, what you're going to want to do is take your thumbs and bring the two middle strands up. So you want to stick your thumbs underneath those middle strands, bring them up, and that's going to make two nice loops for you right here, right? So these two loops, you want to make sure these stay intact. Then you use any of the fingers down below, so that'd be the middle, ring, and pinky finger. And these two dangling strands down here, you're going to want to flip them up, behind, and over, just like that. And you still have your two loops. You see my thumbs are still in the loops. So now I'm just going to take my fingers, grab the two strands, and pull them through the loops, just like that. You can see this is a fisherman's. It is adjustable. Moves up and down the rope, right? So let's do that one more time. So I have my rope in my palms. I'm gonna flip them in, make our pretzel shape, and take our thumbs, go underneath, pull up, and have our two loops here. And then one other way that you can do this is that instead of using your lower fingers to flip them over, you can just get some momentum going and flip both strands over top of the rope, just like that. Took a few tries, but this isn't the ideal rope to do this. If you want to do this method, you're going to want longer strands of rope. And once they're flipped over, you just grab their appropriate sides and pull them through the loop. Our third knot that we're going to be going over is the sheepshank. So with the sheepshank, what we're going to be doing is instead of starting with our palms up like we did with the fisherman's, we're going to start with our palms down. And when we start with our palms down, the first step we're going to do is reach out and grab. So we have our rope. We have the rope in our hands, and once we reach out and grab, we're gonna pull them in and make 2 loops. Our hands are inside the loops currently, and once we make those 2 loops, as you know, with a sheepshank, you have 3 loops. So what you want to do is you want to make a 3rd loop in the middle. So to do that, you're gonna take your right rope and bring it over the left one, just like that. And that makes a 3rd loop in the middle. And then just like a regular sheepshank, you pull it through your other 2 loops. Now be careful, because with the sheepshank, you don't want to pull the loops too hard. You really want to be pulling these 2 strands so that you shorten the rope, just like that. Let's go through that again. Palms down, reach out, grab, pull in, and you've got your 2 loops. Then you make your 3rd loop, and then pull it through the other 2 loops. And there you have it, you have your sheepshank. Okay, so the last thing I'm gonna go over in this video is just how fast you can tie these knots with these methods. So I'll start out with the sheep end. Done. The next one we'll do is the Fisherman's. There you go. Finally, the Sheepshank.